When I'm asked why I believe Bitcoin will continue to rise, my answer is simple. Follow the money. And today, the money isn't just from retail traders, it's from the biggest institutions on the planet. Let's start with the numbers. According to current data, over 120 institutions, from public companies to governments, hold more than 1.5 million Bitcoin, valued at around $174 billion. That's about 7% of the total supply of 21 million coins. And remember, that supply will never increase. Now let's talk about who's holding it. The largest corporate holder is Strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy. Led by Michael Saylor, they've made Bitcoin their corporate strategy. As of this month, they hold about 638,1985 Bitcoin. That's worth over $75 billion at today's price, and represents nearly 3% of all Bitcoin in existence. That is not speculation, that is conviction. Then we have the Wall Street heavyweights. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, or IBIT, has already accumulated around 764,1993 Bitcoin. That's about 3.6% of the total supply, controlled by the world's largest asset manager. Fidelity, Grayscale, ARK-21 shares, and Bitwise are also running their own Bitcoin funds, with tens of thousands of coins under management. These vehicles make it easy for pensions, retirement accounts, and conservative institutions to buy Bitcoin at scale. Even governments are in the game. The United States government is estimated to hold about 198,000 Bitcoin, largely from seizures. Other governments, like El Salvador, have openly adopted Bitcoin as part of their national reserves. Put these numbers together and the story becomes clear. Millions of Bitcoin are now off the market and locked away in institutional vaults, corporate treasuries, and government reserves. These are not traders looking to sell tomorrow. They are long-term holders. And that means the supply available on exchanges keeps shrinking. Now, here's why that matters. Economics 101 tells us that when supply goes down and demand keeps going up, price has only one way to move: higher. And demand is growing. Every new ETF approval, every new government acknowledgement, every new payment integration brings more people and more money into the Bitcoin economy. But there's something even bigger here than supply and demand. It's legitimacy. When names like BlackRock, Fidelity, and the US government are involved, Bitcoin is no longer just magic internet money. It's a recognized global asset class. That credibility brings in cautious capital, pensions, insurance funds, sovereign wealth. And once that floodgate is open, it's very hard to close. Now, of course, risks remain. Regulations will tighten, markets will stay volatile, and not every government will embrace Bitcoin. But the overall trajectory is undeniable. More institutional inflows, more adoption, and a smaller and smaller pool of coins left on the open market. So the next time someone asks, why will Bitcoin continue to rise? The answer is this: because the largest institutions and governments in the world are already buying it, and they're not selling. Bitcoin isn't just going up in price, it's going up in adoption, in legitimacy, and in its role as the foundation of the future financial system.